Hi class, my name is Michael Intifel and today I'm going to share with you a presentation on the threat of Pakistan to the world, an unstable nation with nuclear warheads. Pakistan, as we know, has had a rough history and is an unstable nation, but it has nuclear warheads. And what threat does it pose to us as a people in everywhere in the world? In the World War II, fleet of hundreds or even thousands of planes were used to bomb a single city. But the invention of the atomic bomb, only one airplane and bomb were needed. The Enola Gay carried one atomic bomb with the power of 15,000 tons of TNT. And when it dropped the bomb on the Hiroshima, Japan, 100,000 people died. Knowing the power of the bomb and their target, we can understand the destructive and loss of life that might occur with these if these were used, the atomic bombs. So what are nuclear war? Nuclear wars are wars fought with these atomic bombs. And how does the atomic bomb kills? The atomic bomb kills in four different ways as indicated. The nuclear weapons kill people in ways as in the shock waves that comes with it. The next one that the way another way that it kills people is the radiation that comes with it, and then the destruction that comes with it, knocking down of buildings, and then the burning of buildings and cities and fire and anything that is flammable to burn. The red plume generates enough power to burn anything. For example, your clothes and everything that will come with it. This is where makes the death toll of the atomic bomb very very fatal. And take note that this is not all. The radiation keeps on for days, and then the destruction continues. And that is the deadly nature of the atomic bomb. So, if the atomic bomb is so deadly, then what consequence of nuclear war between Pakistan and then India? If India and Pakistan, two of the smallest nuclear powers with only few hundreds weapons of about the size of Hiroshima bomb engage in a nuclear war, we might all die as an unintended consequence that the Indian and Pakistan generals never even gave a thought about. The spread of smoke after a war between India and Pakistan would only take about 2 weeks for the smoke to cover the entire earth. It would rise to altitude between 20 and 50 miles above the surface. At this altitude, it, it never rains. The smoke will stay there for years. It is estimated that a war between India and Pakistan, we would lose 10 to 40% of yields of corn, which rise for years afterwards because of the bad weather. The entire world only has enough food to feed the population for 60 days unless agriculture produces more food. Rahal Fund, a member of the Nobel Prize winning international physician for the prevention of nuclear war, has estimated that 1 to 2 billion people would die after a war between India and Pakistan. Of, this is of starvation. And after a full scale nuclear war, temperatures would plunge below ice age condition. We would be in a nuclear winter. No crops would grow. It is estimated that 90% of the population of the planet will starve to death and civilization will be destroyed. It looks like no one will be safe in a nuclear war, regardless where it's coming from. Not those in the countries with no nuclear weapons, not those in countries that didn't participate in the war, and not those in the not those in the side of the planet where the explosion occurred, no one would be safe. So the next concern now goes to how did the Pakistan manage to get nuclear weapons even though the world was watching and trying to prevent it? There are some culprits here. According to the Congressional Research, July 23rd, 2012, Pakistan nuclear energy program dates back to the 1950s, but it was the loss of East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, in a war with India that probably triggered a January 1972 political decision to begin a secret nuclear weapon program. The main motivation and goal were to deter India's nuclear weapons and augment Pakistan's inferior conventional forces. Shortly after the loss of East Pakistan in the 1971 war with India, Bhutto initiated a program with a meeting of physicists and engineers at Multan in January 1972. The extensive assistance is reported to have included uranium enrichment technology from Europe, which was brought by Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan, blueprints from a nuclear weapon from China, and a missile technology from China. India in 1974 testing of a nuclear device gave Pakistan nuclear program new momentum. Through the late 1970s, Pakistan program acquired sensitive uranium enrichment technology and expertise. The 1957 arrival of Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan considerably advanced this effort. Dr. Khan is a German-trained metallurgist who brought with him knowledge of gas centrifuge technologies that he had acquired through his position at the classified Urenco uranium enrichment plant in the Netherlands. Dr. Khan also reportedly brought with him stolen uranium enrichment technologies from Europe. He was put in charge of building equipment and operating Pakistan's Kuhuta facility, which was established in 1976. Under Khan's direction, Pakistan employed an extensive clandestine network in order to obtain necessary materials and technology for its developing uranium enrichment capacity. So why didn't the US stop Pakistan from developing its nuclear enrichment and nuclear weapons? Pakistan was lucky, and New changes took place in the international situation. The Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union intensified, and the Soviet Union was ready to attack Afghanistan. At this time, the United States decided to bring Pakistan to its side to contain the Soviet Union. The United States provided technical and financial support to Pakistan nuclear weapon development. With the support of the United States and its effort, Pakistan announced that it had successfully developed nuclear weapons in 1998. At this point, they finally have the right to have an equal dialogue with India. So, how much of a threat does Pakistan pose today to nuclear technology ending up in undesirable hands? Pakistan is now in control and commands all powers over its nuclear weapon. They engage in strict operational security. According to some reports, the fossil core of the weapons are separated from the non-nuclear explosives. According to Congressional Research Service, July 23rd, 2019, its warrant mentioned that although separate storage may provide a layer of protection against accidental launch of or prevent theft of an assembled weapon, it may be easier for unauthorized people to remove a weapon's fossil materials core if it is not assembled. They added that dispersal of the asset may also create more potential access points for acquisition and may increase the risk of diversion. Concerns over Pakistan nuclear arsenals falling into the wrong hands have been dispelled by US and intelligence organizations around the world. Deputy Secretary of State John D. Negroponte, in a testimony to Congress on November 2007, said he believed that there is plenty of succession planning that's going on in the Pakistani military, and Pakistan nuclear weapons are under effective technical control. Other governments have also voiced opinions regarding the security of Pakistan nuclear arsenal. For example, Indian National Security Advisor M.K. Karayanan said the arsenal is safe and has adequate checks and balances. Similarly, then Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs David Miliband told the Charlie Rose Show December 15, 2008 that Islamabad nuclear weapons are under pretty close lock and key. Now the question stands: what is the way forward for Pakistan? Pakistan has continued to emphasize that there is no military solution to its problems, and solution to conflict through a political process is the only way forward. Pakistan is enjoying peace and development that comes from rule of law and would not want to go back. For now, Pakistan news gives it a leverage and are safe and hope to keep it that way for the distant future. The conclusion: it is the responsibility of all of us, whether you are in Pakistan or not, to learn about these deadly weapons and keep them safe, keep them away from falling into the wrong hands. We only hope Pakistan continues to be safe and the rule of law is enhanced.
एक ही सोच है एक पहचान है वतन सबसे ऊपर तेरा नाम है आई है ये कसम आई है बाखुदा सुने दुश्मन सभी ये वतन है सदा और दिल की आवाज़ दिल दिल की आवाज़ पाकिस्तान